Welcome. I'm going to do a little webinar on emotions and essential oils. And my dogs just came over here out of nowhere. As soon as they must have thought I was calling them their name. So it's hilarious. I talk about essential oils and they want to jump in my lap. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. I have the music on the background just so they won't hear stuff outside and won't bark at things, because they hear things outside. We have to have the windows closed, or they stare outside and just want to bark at everything. If you have dogs like that and you want to deal with their emotions, lavender. And I don't have it next to me like I should. It really helps calm them down for the anxious dog. So let's talk about our emotions and essential oils. Thanks for watching. I'm the holistic travel nurse. This is Naomi. I'm Naomi. Gotta have a sense of humor. I'm just going to click through these slides. This webinar, you are going to learn the science behind emotions and essential oils, tools and habits to help you with your healthy body, and understanding some chemistry. Make it very simple chemistry. I'm not going to make this hard. Let's have some practical emotional wellness and steps you can take now to kind of help deal with your emotions. We all need that, especially at this time. It's November. You can see that this is what I call my cheap Christmas decorations in the background. And I figured like November and December are some of the most stressful times of the year. So let's talk about your body. Your body is made up with these intelligent cells wired to balance. And you have these incredible stem cells that help you repair these damaged cells, which I think is just amazing. So that's a diagram of like one cell, and then you're just full of trillions of cells, and some of these actually are stem cells where it can repair. Those are easier. Your body is so much better at repairing those cells than we are in our brain repairing bad behaviors or bad thought processes that we have going on. Those are harder. Those are harder for us. Don't ask me the why. I don't know. So emotions, they carry molecules. So you just think that you have this feeling. And remember they say gut feeling? That's because you have, blind and bind receptors. And so like when you're stressed, like either you get all tense in your shoulders or you get like an upset stomach and you're completely upset. Anyone has ever been through an emotional crisis knows what I'm talking about. Like your body, for me, someone was trying to feed me. And I'm like, my body's not going to process food right now. I have too many cortisol levels going way up. My fight or flight response is just way too high that my stomach is not working to process any food. And that is part of your emotions. And that is the chemical connection that's going on within our body. So this is kind of a little stimulus there explaining it all. So when we speak about that, we speak about the three brains. So when we think about your body and we think that your emotions really do connect us and they really work, like your gut, your serotonin level is so within your gut. And so you having an unhealthy gut, you're going to have unbalanced emotions anyways, and maybe just be a little more intense, a little more upset, easily disturbed. And then you have your head, getting out of your head, and the inner logic and the reasoning and the things that just kind of keep playing in your head. And then your heart is so full of chemistry. And I'm like, have you ever had a panic attack? Have you had the joy of that? Because that panic attack, I've had one that caused me tachycardia, means speed up my heart rate. And that's all for my emotions. And that was horrid. And I used essential oils for it. And I'm going to share all that with you. What has helped for me. I know it will help for you. So let me scroll back to the next slide. Obviously, I'm not so great with PowerPoint. There we go. Stress, speaking about it. I'm like, there is a chronic stress and there's a good stress. There's that fight or flight response where, oh my gosh, I just saw a car accident. I need to go run over there and help them. We've all had that. That's like that fight and we kicking it. And that's what our body is made to. And we can do with these sometimes extraordinary things you've heard when you're under that flight or fight response. But chronic stress, this is what this slide is about chronic stress is increased cortisol levels. And the chronic stress does damage to your body. So those are negative emotions. Those are unhealthy behaviors that we have: smoking, drinking, poor nutrition, poor sleep, not doing something that is good, healthy for our bodies, having a negative thought process all the time. Then we're releasing these stress hormones that are affecting us, our chemistry of our body. They are increasing our blood pressure. They can give you headaches. They chronic inflammation. They mess up with your sleep. They weaken your immune system. They are linked to heart disease. So your stress, chronic stress, is so key to getting under control. And some essential oils are going to help. The other, I'm going to tell you, they can't just say, oh, well, I'm just going to oil for all that. No, sometimes you need to unwind. You need to exercise. You need to meditate. You need to do some deep breathing. You need some better diet. There are some things you can do to combat the stress. We all have had crappy jobs, crappy bosses that stress you out, and you just go to work and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. So I'm going to tell you how you can get through those days, and just bear with me. I've had lots of them. So let's talk about what are essential oils and what are the 3 ways we use them. Right there, essential oils are natural aromatherapy compounds found in seed, bark, stool, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plants. They're volatile, so you open up one of these bottles, they're just going to evaporate in the air. The oils that I recommend are dōTERRAs. And dōTERRAs, you can use them internally as that lemon, drop it in your water. You ever try to take lavender internally? It's going to make you sleepy. And then peppermint is invigorating. So those 3 powerful, amazing oils right there. Lemon will actually help remove and clean out your body. So you add a couple drops of water. It's amazing. And then peppermint, you are feeling like you have low of energy. You can put 1 drop in your hand and just kind of inhale it in. And it's invigorating. It also opens up your airways. Lavender is your calming one. I can't tell you how many times I've used it on people and it's helped calm them down. I do dialysis, and so my first-time dialysis patients, I like to have it there with me because I can give them 1 drop and do a little aromatherapy with them, and they're like, thank you, Naomi. I watch their blood pressure. I watch their heart rate all calm down once they start inhaling those oils. So it's so important to, and then your dogs. My anxious dogs get lavender, and they know when I'm not home, I'm diffusing it, people, because it is such a great oil for dogs for anxiety. So it works on us. And so you also can put it on topically. And within 26 seconds, it's going to be in your bloodstream and be working immensely all over your body. So let's go on. There we go. The 3 ways we use them. I just said aromatherapy, breathing them in, topical. Bottom of your feet is one place to start. If you're a young child, you want to do the bottom of the feet, or internally. And no internally for children. I would say 9 and younger, no internal. 9 and older, internally is fine. For ones that you want to do internally, dōTERRA makes it so awesome. Let's see, and they have what's called I have it right here next to me, lemon actually, and it has a supplemental effect. When the screen gets bigger, I'll show you. So let's go to the next one. Let's talk about how incredible essential oils are. So have you ever had that smell that just brings you back a memory or almost like calms you down? And like at Christmas time, do you love those scents of vanilla and nutmeg or the Christmas tree, the firs? They just bring you back to that incredible mood. So there's no reaction there. See what this picture does right here? And you bring them in, and the olfactory system, how it works, and it works directly within your brain. And then sending those signals right out all over your body and causing and dealing with the stress. There isn't actually a bad oil when it comes to stress. There's a great different oils for different stuff. Say you have major anxiety, then we'll talk about what oils are best maybe to help you relax, and you can use them to deal with those times and what I've used for me. So let's see. Right there. Essential oils promote emotional purification, detoxification, and anchoring the health and the biochemistry of your body, which is super, super cool. Do you see that there are 75 to 100 trillion cells in your body? I think mine mostly my bottom. I'm just joking. Gotta have a sense of humor. That is a great thing to deal with your mood. Sometimes I just need a funny movie. Anyways, so 40 million trillion molecules, and there's one drop of essential oil. Look at that. Look at this slide right here. One drop of essential oil contains at least 400,000 molecules for every cell in your body. Is that not super cool? And so there's where I have a little diagram about having a certain oil blend. So this is our lavender up here, or Serenity, which is a sleep and rest blend that's calming. It's great. Then you have your citrus oils, which are stimulating and motivating. But I've also used citrus oils for me at work in stress. And I have to tell you, they help me relax me. I don't want to be calm because I need to keep going. I need to be motivated, but I also need to deal with the stress. And I had a situation just recently. I was working with someone who was just so stressful for me. And the stress of the situation, I had a citrus oil, and that's like wild orange right there. And I would put a drop in my hand, and I would just take a minute and just breathe it in. And then I was able to go in 5 minutes and just deal with this negative person I had to be around. And that was what helped me get through that day. And that was 12 hours, people, with this negative person. So that's I had that citrus oil kind of boost me, but at the same time also calm me. So it did both. It was amazing for why I love them. I've also used it on I gave it to a patient, I'll never forget, because he gave me a hug and he's like, Naomi, oh my God, that helped me so much. He goes, I was able just to deep breathe the oil and deal with that situation. Because actually I was having a hard time dialyzing him because he was just clamping down because of a stressful situation that happened. And I needed him to relax. And I go, okay, let's try this. Before we try some medication, which he didn't want to do, I go, can we just try a little of this wild orange? And he's like, that was amazing, amazingly calmed me down. It was amazing how it worked. And that's kind of how they worked. Now we have these other ones that I would use daily. This is a grounding balance blend. It's a great one to put on your feet. And it's just what it is. It's grounding and reassuring. It's amazing for your mood and behavior. We also have Elevation, another incredible blend just for stress and also kind of what it is, elevating you and dealing with lots of stress. Let's go next slide. Essential oils. So why we use them, they support the receptors and those little communication things that are happening within your body. They connect with each other and they just promote and they restore and they work within the cell immediately. They promote healthy function. They maintain natural state. They really want your state to stay within the homeostasis and a good balance. And you have no side effects, like or for you to be on a medication. Do you know how many people are on Prozac and how many people are on these drugs, these mind-altering substances? And my personal opinion is I'm very anti them. If they've helped you, then that's great. But not everybody responds the same way to medications, and there is always a bad side effect to every medication. It also all have a toxic level in your body. So why don't we try something natural first, and then if it doesn't work, let's try pharmacy, But try something natural. So speaking of peppermint, like when I just said, amazing essential oil. There have been studies showing that and it helps with focus. So this is one I tell my daughter to put on her wrist and breathe it in before a test because she's in college. It really opens up those areas and makes you think. It makes you get things that you didn't get before. It's a great oil for that. It's also just going to open up your sinuses. It's also great for if you're having a headache. You can put it right here, keep it away from the eyes. And upset stomach, when you are so stressed out, your stomach is upset, is a great one to rub on your belly if you're upset stomach. I had a patient that was severely nauseated, and they worked all the medications they could to deal with his nausea. And I had to mask him, and I was like, he was super concerned. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. And I go, well, I have to put the mask on you. I go, can we try 1 drop of peppermint on your mask to breathe it in? He goes, yes. And he's like, we got done with the procedure. And he's like, thank you, Naomi. It's the first time I have not been nauseous in 3 days, not been able to eat because the nausea was so bad. 1 drop of an essential oil can really, really, really do a lot for you. And a little goes a long, long way. So less is more with essential oils. So we're going to talk about the other incredible one, king of the oils, frankincense. Frankincense crosses the blood-brain barrier. There's a lot of drugs that don't even cross the blood-brain barrier, but frankincense, one of them does. And so for my severe headaches, I put a drop right here and put it to the roof of my mouth and had instant, within a minute or 2, had relief. It's incredible for that. It's incredible for stress time and putting it on your temples. They used it in diffusing in the Catholic Church for years because if you're doing prayer and meditation, it's one great for that. There's also all the depression, you name it, it's great for it. It is the everything oil. That's why I call it the king of the oils. Not that that's cool enough. Guess what? dōTERRA makes it so easy because they did an emotional oil blend for you. So in here, if I could scroll on, you have motivate, and you would just want to use that motivation just like you would say, just to uplift and have those times where you're just needing that little oomph. And so you kind of want that motivation and encouragement. You want to use that one. Peace oil. Oh, that is the one. Okay, I was having a panic attack. And then I'm a nurse and I'm taking my pulse going, oh my God. I'm just sitting here and my heart rate says that I'm just making myself worse. In my head, things are spinning and I couldn't make it stop. And so what I did is I used peace right on my chest. I put a couple drops right on my chest. I put lavender on my wrist. And then 15 minutes later, I worked on some deep breathing and some praying. And my heart rate went down and I was able to calm my emotions. So that is exactly what that blend is. And it's so amazing. It's one of my favorites. Passion is like a perfume, but it's also so uplifting and so invigorating. And you want to go out and have a great day. You want to put passion on. Say you're going in and you want to cheer and you want to have that, ooh, ooh, ooh. Then you have that blend just for cheer. You have one for console and you're really upset and you just need to let the emotions flow. Then you want to put console on. And I would suggest putting them on your skin, diffusing them and applying them onto your skin. This is what this blend is for. Then you're having problems forgiving, because you don't realize if you do not forgive, then you're just doing damage to yourself. You need to let go and give forgiveness, even if you don't even see the person. I've realized that the hardest person to forgive, though, is myself. And it's something that I had to struggle with and I had to talk with God about. It's forgiving myself. And so that forgive oil has helped me with, and I'm like, have those moments that I'm like down on myself more than anybody actually else. That's an oil I want to use, because I think we can be more critical on ourselves than we are to even others sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to forgive someone, especially if they're not right in your face and driving you nuts, than it is sometimes to forgive yourself when you know you've messed up and you can't like forgive yourself over something. You need to let it go and forgive. So let's go on. Okay, let's not forget your gut. Oh, it's such a huge thing. 90% of your serotonin in your mood is managed by the gut. And more than half of the U.S. has an improper flora, meaning the not right good bacteria within your gut. It is one of the books I'm reading right now, because I'm such a nerd and I love science books. One of the doctors I'm reading that I really, really love talks about the most important thing he'd ever take was a probiotic daily. Because if you don't even have the right flora in your gut, and it can change hour by hour because bacteria can multiply by the hour, then you can't even process food correctly. That's how important having the right. So they have a probiotic that I have a whole video just on gut health. And I love their probiotic because it's intercoated, and then half of it's not going to be killed off within your stomach acid like most of them are. So you're like, oh, I eat yogurt. You're only going to get so much. And we have such crappy diets. It's a good idea to add a probiotic into your life. And they have one for kids, the PB Assist. It's a great, great oil. Great probiotic. It tastes amazing. And then I'm just gonna show you right here. You want to slow down. Please take the time to be good to yourself. Do something good for yourself. 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the yoga stretching. And I'm a real big fan of yoga, and I'm a real big fan of getting quiet and meditating and spending time either in prayer or rest, doing something for yourself and your emotions. And especially in a stressful situation, you just have to slow down. There's the research right here, which is really cool. I've just said one research found that negative thoughts lower the frequency of oils. Positive thoughts increase the frequency. Prayer, however, rose the frequency by 15 megahertz. We learn to apply the oils and pray and the effectiveness it is. So if you are a praying person like me, then you want to use your oils at your prayer time. It's important. So at the end here, I'm going to show you how you want to purchase the kits. And I'm going to show you the emotional kit, how you can get it. So if you want to click to this website, you'll see me. You want to click join and save. You want to click being a wholesale customer. There's a little difference. You can read here when you have time. The renewal fee is wholesale membership is $25. It comes with a free bottle of peppermint, which is retail value of $27.33. So you're going to get more peppermint. And who doesn't need the peppermint in your life? We all need some peppermint. So click join. Really simple. Click if you are in the US or what country, click continue. Click wholesale customer. I'm going to be really simple here. I can't get through some of these without filling out the screens. So here, this is all about you. Let's just make it up. Like if you'll see a video I have on this that just shows you how to do this. And it's just my computer's going to auto-populate. I'm putting my dog in. And if you want it to be shipped to you and it's the same as your personal information, you would just click that button. You scroll down here and make sure all your cell phone, your email is in there and that you are 18 or older. And you put your birth date in. You have to click this verify and it will show me. You have to make up a password and it's going to tell you need a capital and the numbers. So you're going to click this agreement, click continue, continue, and there you go. It says select enrollment kit. I am going to show you the emotional kit that had all those oils that I was talking about. There's just in a kit just with that in it. Emotional aroma diffuser kit. This is such an amazing diffuser too in that kit. So you just click add to your cart. You're getting all those oils and a diffuser to start it. Now down here you're going to have your select way of shipping. Make sure, it usually says view totals. You can just click this little button and say your billing information is the same. And up here we'll say, make sure you click the totals because it will show you your shipping and the tax and everything. And then you're going to go process order now. And the next one is just really simple. You just put in your credit card information and then process now. And then when you do that, I will get an email in the mail and I'll be able to send you out a booklet with more information. And I'm going to click real quick here. And I'm going to tell you here just the bottle with the supplemental fact right here. And thank you for watching, and thank you for taking the time to learn about your emotions and what they do to your body. And be good to your body today. Try something natural for your body. Get a good juice, get good sleep, go exercise, do some deep breathing, do some praying. And God bless, and thanks for watching this.